Yes, hello. This is Commander Lucosa with another of my Elite Dangerous videos. This one has started a bit differently to most of my others because I'm already in space. But seeing as I have a journey of just under 250,000 light seconds to this sun, which is going to be a brown dwarf that I need to scan within this system, I thought I would start the video here. So where am I? I am in the OCZ IR-V B2-5 system, that one that has the name that just rolls off the tongue. And well, as you can see, this is an unexplored system. It has 3 space bodies in it. They are all brown dwarf stars, and that is a bit of a problem because although I do quite like how brown dwarf stars look, I think they look quite nice. I like the glow, the sort of purple glow from them, but I can't fuel scoop from them, of course. So why am I here? Well, I am on my way to the old favourite Nehet. I've taken quite a long, well, I say a long route. I've taken the quickest route I could from where I was, which was back over here somewhere. I've probably gone right past it, but it's that Shiriaba system, wherever that is or was. Fuck it, let's look for it here. Shiriaba. Obviously I spelt it wrong. How the fuck do you spell it? Is it just S? Shiriaba. Yeah, there you go. Alright, so that's where I was. And I went into the conflict zone and got absolutely pummeled. If I had stayed around for 1 second longer, I would have been destroyed. So I got out of that area bloody quick. The cockpit had been completely smashed, so I had no head-up display. And of course with the HUD smashed, I had to get back to the docking station within 7.5 minutes, so I did that no problem. I still had well over 5 minutes of oxygen left. And that cost me, to repair it, bearing in mind I had received 99% damage, it cost me 1.7 million. I was none too pleased about that, so I figured, right, I'm going to get out of there, go back to Nehet and go back to do some more Nehet to Shapsugabus trade runs in order to make up that lost amount of credit. So I'll do that until I've got 1100, or 11 million rather, and then I'll come back here to Shiriaba. And I may in fact go on from Shiriaba to Buggered. In fact, by the looks of it, I could and should go to Buggered first. And the reason for wanting to go there is because the war in this particular region is spreading, and now there are war zones in Buggered. So that's worth going to. With Buggered being a independent system, I don't know, there might be something in it for me because it's not actually within the Empire. So anyway, the route to get back that I've had to take was NLTT 10055, which had 11 space bodies in there. Then I had to go to OCZ DQ-YC13. That only had 2, and thankfully they weren't too far apart. Then I had to go to Honekan, which only had 1 space body, which was the sun, and I had quite a close encounter with that sun actually, because while trying the fuel scoop, I fucked it up a bit. My temperature was up to 115 at one point. So yeah, I mean, the sun was completely filling my screen, and yet I was still in danger of, you know, well, running into the fucking thing. So, but yeah, that sun was the only thing there. So now I'm currently here, and then my next stop is Nehet, where I'm going. So we'll go through the statuses. Combat rank has gone up. I'm now an expert. Indeed, I think I spent less time as a competent than I did on any other rank. I seem to fly through that rank, no problem. So yeah, so I'm now expert, but I'm still a broker and a surveyor. Now, as far as my reputation within the factions, I've gone up a rank with the Federation of all people. I'm now a petty officer within the Federation. That was completely unintended. I was at, I think it was actually in the buggered system, and there are docking stations there which are aligned with the Empire, so I went and docked at one of them, and there was a what do you call it, a mission to you know, with naval progression. So I was like, right, okay, I'll take that. Didn't read any of the instructions or anything. I just read the basic layout. I had to go to a particular system, I forget which one it was, and find a specific general. And I thought, right, okay, if it's to get my rank from Viscount to Count, this guy's going to be tough. He's going to be in a Python at the very least, more likely an Anaconda. I was very pleasantly surprised to see that he was in an Imperial, not Imperial, he was in a Federal dropship. So I dealt with him, no problem. And I thought that was a bit bold, this, you know, person in the Empire who has Federation sympathies, but to be going around the Empire flying in a Federation ship. But nevertheless, I took care of him. I went back, got the rank, went and checked my status, and I was pissed off. I was like, well, hang on, it hasn't improved my rank at all. I'm still Viscount. And I was staring at the screen for like a couple of minutes, and only then did I suddenly realise, hang on, it's the Federation rank that's gone up. I've gone up from midshipman to petty officer, and that's where it dawned on me. Okay, so I've done a fucking Federation mission. So yeah, so anyway, the net result of that is I am now a petty officer with the Federation. System status, well, there's fuck all in this system, so that's not going to show anything. My balance is at 6.9 million. That's thanks to losing 1.7 million in repair costs, plus it's also my cargo. Now my balance, well, we'll go through these, all of these stats. I think I've got time. Yeah, I've got time. Just get myself back in line though. Balance, my current assets are 104.5 million. Current credit spent on outfitting is 172.1 million. Credit spent on repairs has now gone up to over 5 million because of that fucking thing. Credit spent on fuel 1.7 million. Credit spent on munitions is well, just under 98,000. Still only the one insurance claim. It was very nearly 2, but yeah, we're still on 1. Combat bounties claimed is at 454, which has given me a profit of 3.1 million. Combat bonds is up to 90, so I'm now up to 544 kills in total. Profit from combat bonds has now passed 500,000, 501,000. Assassinations, I say I've long since lost count how many assassinations I've done, even though it says 0. profit from them is 141,596. 21,869 is still the highest reward, as we have finally started scanning this thing. Crime is still at 30 with 3,000 on fines, nothing on smuggling. The trading market network is up to 83, nearly 108.1 million in profit, 121,640 commodities traded. Average profit is at 107,666, so that's continuing to drop. Highest single transaction 331,512 still. That is not likely to change anytime soon. Anyway, finish scanning this system. Let's get the fuck out of here and piss off to Nehet, the old favourite. As I say, I got bored with doing Nehet trading runs, so I'm not really doing this because I want to. It's more out of necessity. Here we go. I guess you can't do everything. It also shows how little progress I had made when I decided to leave Nehet and Shapsugabus. I hadn't got very far if I was to make it back here in just, what, 5 jumps. Right, Western Orbital. I'd even remembered that this place buys metals, so I'd bought in beryllium before coming back here.
Fuel scooping complete. Fuel scoop disengaged.
Right, well, got a very small amount of time left before I get there, so we'll just finish this. Still nothing with mining. Systems visited and exploration is 198. I might explore 2 more just so I can bring it up to 200, and profits from exploration is up to 709,583. That will go up again when I get here because I've got a few that I can do, but I'm not doing. I'm nowhere near it. But I'm not going to be able to sell all of the data I've got, because certainly that last system's too close to this one, and I think the home can system I was at is also too close. I should be able to sell the home can data at Shapsugabus, but I won't be able to sell the system I've just left because that's still too close. I checked that before I started the video. Oh, it's bloody close. It's like 19 point something light years away, which rather pissed me off. But oh, I can't have everything. So it was actually 2 days ago that I got to the expert rank. I didn't play the game at all yesterday, so I don't know. Well, I couldn't do anything yesterday. It's not that I actively avoid playing Elite Dangerous on Sundays, although having, you know, been doing the beta since beta 1, I know that Sundays playing Elite Dangerous is never a particularly enjoyable experience. The game lags out big time on Sundays, worse than any other time. So I suspect I didn't miss very much by not playing the game on Sunday. But it was early Saturday that I got to the expert rank. In fact, it may have even been Friday night. But I was certainly quite chuffed to have got to that rank, not least because I got there a hell of a lot quicker than I expected. And I thought there was a faint possibility that with, you know, over 500 kills to my name, I may have been close to it, but I didn't expect it to, you know, happen so quickly, especially considering, well, like I said, I'd only been on, fuck it, let's go and check this one out. I'd only been on competent for less than a week. At least I think it was less than a week, it certainly felt like it. For that for a moment I thought it was going to be another one of those fucking Type 9s that want tech.
Scan detected.
Yeah, I thought he looked like he was going to be scanning me. Am I carrying anything nice? Yes, I am. I'm carrying two of these. Up. Right, who else we got here? Well, that hauler, most of the time they are clean. Yeah, he is as well. A lot of the time these other ships are also wanted. Oh, hang on, he's another hauler, so okay, he's not going to be. Yeah. Oh well, one more kill. I'll take it. Especially as it got me a nice 7,000 bonus. After that fucking repair bill, I need all the credits I can get.
Frameshift drive charging.
Still, I say it could have been worse. It would have been more than double that if I stayed there just 1 second longer. What really pissed me off about it was, I mean, I was tacking an Anaconda at the time, and I'd got the Anaconda down to about 12%, and suddenly all the ships in the area were all attacking me, which is normally okay. I mean, I'm used to it, and you know, if I've got like Cobras or Eagles firing at me, well, that's fuck or nothing. I can ignore them. Trouble is, all the other enemy ships in the area, there were 8 enemy ships in total. The Anaconda that I was firing at was 1, all the rest were Pythons. So I had an Anaconda and 3 Pythons firing at me. I didn't have a fucking prayer. I'd already exhausted my shield cell banks. So I had no choice, I had to piss off. And by the time I got far enough away, the Anaconda was down to 1% hull. And I was sorely tempted to turn round and just try and get the killing blow in. The trouble is, A, his shields were very close to going back online, whereas mine were nowhere near going back online. And B, he blew up before I could actually turn around and go back there, which is probably a good thing actually, because if I had turned around and gone back, I would have been destroyed. So, right, well, clearly I've run up quite a bit in the old wear and tear. Let's see just how much. 64,000. Because of all that fucking exploring. Right, I bet no one here is desperate for beryllium. Oh, that's a that's leopard delight. I even had it in the thing. Why am I looking? having one of these days. Well, I'll make a decent enough profit on that. Their buying in price on gold has dropped a little bit. That's not so good. Right, I won't buy a cargo yet because I want to go to the outfitting, and as you can see I was at close to 11 million. I'm now down to 8.5 million, which is still a decent enough amount, but yeah, I've lost a lot of credit still. I've lost 2.5 million. So I want to start making that back. Now, regardless of how much I make from what I'm about to do here, I still want that 2.5 million made. So add 2.5 million to whatever I have after this. Firstly, I'm not doing combat, or at least not entering combat zones, so I can get back my 16-ton capacity here. And actually I might still do another couple of these. That's another 12 tons. That would help. Fuck it. I'll keep them for the moment. In fact, what I should do is see how many of these I can sell. Yeah, I can only sell 2. None of them have exactly made me a fucking fortune. It's hardly surprising that place didn't. It only had 2. But yeah, this place which only had 3, so that was never going to do, and this one just had the 1. Just the main star, so that was definitely never going to. Now hopefully I can sell that one when I'm in Shapsugabus, but this one I doubt I'll be able to. Anyway, let's buy our technology. Now thankfully the profit margins on trips to, or trips from Shapsugabus back here result in decent profits, so it shouldn't take a huge amount of time to make up the 2.5 million. Now I noticed after
Landing gear retracted.
changing those parts and whatever, I was up to 9.8 million. So 11. So I'll need 11.5 million. Off on left. Alright. So needless to say, I won't be doing any more videos until I've got those credits back, and I am then, you know, also back in war zones, whether it is back in Suriana or if I go to that other one that I've already forgotten the name of, Independent. keep forgetting that. I was just going to check on the off chance that selling those 4 or those 2 had got me to the next Explorer rating. Shit, would it have fucking slowed down, wouldn't it? Yeah, here we go. Fucking hell, there's a conflict zone here. Why is Shapsugabus now a fucking conflict zone? Shit, I gotta fucking move.
Warning, temperature critical. Fuel scoop disengaged.
Right, this isn't going well. That's the second time that I've done that. That's pretty much what I did at Honecan. So now I've got to do 2 sweeps, like the old way.
Fuel scooping. Fuel scooping complete.
Alright. So, well, I don't know what the fuck is going on in the Empire. I mean, everywhere seems to be turning into a war zone. This place was bad enough in PvP or in open play beforehand. Now, with there being war zones out here, it's going to be so I'll definitely stick to solo, which I am playing at the moment. I hope this doesn't mean that their prices on like gold and that have gone up. I relied on this place having cheap prices on gold.
Docking request granted. Scan detected.
Right in the fucking front again.
Landing gear deployed. Docking successful.
It was a real textbook landing. Okay, that's kind of refueling costs I would like to see. Okay, that's alright. I imagine no one is going to be desperate for my uranite. Right, let's just check. 8876, so it has gone up a touch, but it's still bloody good, so... Profits on advanced catalyzers is never going to change, he's always 884 per tonne. Right, it must have gone down to 8.9, not 9, or not 9.9. So, okay, yeah, that would make sense. I only sold one thing and it didn't give me back over $1 million. So yeah, 8.9, so I've got 8.9. So, well, yeah, okay, I need 11 million. So that's what I set out to get anyway. Well, I set out to get 11.5, but I'll settle for 11 million. Yeah, I'll settle for 11 million, you know, that'll do. What is it? Galactic War Report. Federal Navy and... fuck off. Couldn't give a toss about Federal Navy. Oh, hang on, while we're here, let's... okay, right, I can sell that one. So the HonCan system gets sold. Yeah, 19.52 I am. You fucker. Oh, I'll check that out when I can. I'm still a surveyor. Haven't got my Trailblazer rank yet. Right. Well, it means that once I have made up those credits, I haven't got to go very far to get to my first conflict zones, if they're still going on around here. So, I don't know, I mean, if you've seen any of my earlier videos and decided that you want to head to, you know, Nehet and Shapsugabus for the trading, you've now also got the conflict zones out here to give you an additional incentive to give it a go. However, I am convinced that they are going to be like the ones at Ngun and Atlantis, where they won't last very long. They'll probably be there for 24 hours and then disappear. So if you want to go for your combat practice in Shapsugabus, get here quick. Here we go.
Drive charging.
So I made 184,000 that way. Let's see what I make back. Then we can see how much I'll get for a round trip. Alright, let's try not to fuck up the fuel scooping this time.
Fuel scooping complete.
Alright, that's better.
Fuel scoop disengaged.
Shock horror, my tea is stone cold. Actually went to the extravagance of buying a new lighter, so this time I don't have to try about 20 times before I can light the fucking fag. Well, anyway, I don't want to have, you know, yet another video of doing nothing but trade runs. So once I've docked here, that'll be the end of this one. But yeah, at the moment I'm back to doing trade runs again. But hopefully not for too long. So once I've made back those credits I lost, I'll start again with heading into some conflict areas. And if those conflict zones in Shapsugabus are still there when I'm ready, then my next video will be of me going to war in that system. Because it's, well, I mean, if we take Nehet as my, in quotes, home system, because it is the one I spent my most time at by a long way, then Shapsugabus is definitely my second home. So yeah, I'd go there and help out. I don't know what side I would take though. Well, I guess it depends on what kind of war it is. If it's a civil war, which I suspect it is, then well, I don't really much care which side I'd fight for. But if it is Imperial against either Federation or Alliance, then well, that's a no-brainer. I'm pretty sure that Patron's Principles owns quite a few of the stations in Shapsugabus, just as they own Zresson Port or Zresson Orbital here. At least I think they own it. And that's the faction within the Empire that I'm on particularly friendly terms with. So if they are one of the factions in that civil war in Shapsugabus, then yeah, I will side with them.
Request granted. Scan detected. Landing gear deployed.
I think we can safely say this is not one of my best landings.
Engines disengaged.
Alright, let's actually, sometimes people will buy or are after gold here. This does not look like being one of those times though. Right, their buying price has gone down since I was here last. 243,776. Okay, so 243,000 plus 184,000, so that is 427,000 on a return trip. It shouldn't take me too long to make my target then. Which is handy. So anyway, there you go. So I'll end the video there, because otherwise it would just be endless cargo runs. So that's where I'm at, and yeah, the next video should be back to some decent combat action once I've bumped my credits back up again. So in the meantime, this is Commander Luke signing off.